Good evening. Residents in Frazier Park have been receiving notices of high levels of nitrate in their water for almost 6 months now. The notice warns people about the dangers of boiling the water and informs them it is not safe for infants or pregnant women to consume. 23 ABC's Vanya Patino spoke with a concerned resident and the water district about the issue, as well as an environmental science group about the dangers tonight. Vanya.
Good evening, Keely. Well, most of us think about the old school bucket and rope when we think of wells. But this right here behind me is the tank and well that serves the Frazier Park community. It was built in the 60s, and ever since it has gotten 2 leaks already, which is believed to have started the issue in the first place. Now residents are demanding a solution.
It terrifies me, but I don't know what else to do. We don't have the money to buy bottled water continuously. I don't think anybody in Frazier Park does.
Frustrated and tired of getting notice after notice in the mail, Guardado says he has reached out to local and state leaders, but feels Frazier Park has been neglected. His biggest concern is his partner, Barbara.
She has problems with oxygen. This letter clearly says that it attaches to oxygen. It's hurting people.
Drinking water with too much nitrate affects how blood carries oxygen in our bodies. This is why infants who are still developing risk dying if they drink this water. That is commonly known as blue baby syndrome. And although infants and pregnant women are the most at risk, according to the State Water Board, sensitive groups like those with pre-existing health conditions related to oxygen availability in the body are also at risk, a category Guardado says his partner fits under. On the flip side, the water district manager for Frazier Park says him and his family also live here and drink the water. He says he is doing everything he can to get the level back to state regulation. In the past 3 months, he has seen the levels drop to around 8.4, which is below the limit of 10, but still not meeting regulation after a spike in levels.
So we do test every month just to make sure that we're in compliance, but we're going to have to get down to an 8.0 for 4 consecutive quarters. So I anticipate we'll have a new well before we meet that mandate.
He says they realized the nitrate level was at 11 out of the state maximum of 10 in June due to a leak in the well. But this is not the first time there is a leak. Patching it the first time around cost around $90,000. He says installing a new well is just more cost efficient.
We have funding now for a $1.5 million well, but now we can't find a driller. So due to the drought, now we're still in a holding pattern.
He adds they have put bids out, but all well contractors are backed up and none want to come to Frazier Park. He says he is not worried about the nitrate levels as they are no longer above the 10 maximum. But the nonprofit Environment Working Group says that the bigger issue is that the scale that is used at the state and federal level to measure the levels of nitrate in the water is based on data from the 60s. Coming up on the news at 6, more on what they say their studies have found should be the actual maximum level. Live in Frazier Park, Vanya Patino, 23 ABC News, connecting you.